Thanks for stopping by. This is lesson 7-2, solving systems using substitution. I'm going to take you through a real quick example here. It's called a system because, well, we're dealing with two equations now. One that says y equals 8x plus 2, the other one y equals 3x plus 12. The one thing I want you to notice right off the bat is that they're both y equals. So they both have a y in common that they're sharing. Because that's something to have in common, that means that the stuff on the right, which here happens to be these two equations, has to be equal to each other as well. Why? Well, because of the y's. That's why, silly. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to use that information, and we're going to take the two pieces we've got here, the y 8x and, plus 2 and the 3x plus 12, and we're actually going to set them equal to each other. Why does that occur? Because of right here, these two y's being the same. Since they're equal to the same letter, that means that they are actually equal to one another. The next thing is, this goes back to first semester stuff, is we're going to do two-sided solving steps. You're going to get your x's on the left side here by subtracting the 3x. That gives me 5x. You're going to get the 2 on the other side by subtracting 2 from the 12. That gives you 10. The next step, of course, is divide by 5, and therefore x is 12 on this one. Alright, so we set it up. We solve for x. The next step is, hey, we know what x is. How is that going to help us in terms of finding what y is? And notice what I've done here. I've taken this first equation, 8x plus 2, y equals 8x plus 2, and I'm taking the x equals 2, which we just found, and I'm going to plug it into that equation. 8 times 2 plus 2 gives me 18. My solution, therefore, is x value of 2, y value of 18. Here's the trick, though. Because we're dealing with two different scenarios here, two equations or expressions, what we want to do is make sure, since it worked in one, does that mean that it works in the other? And this is how you know for sure that you're dead on with your answer. Y equals 3x plus 12. I use 2 and 18. This is what we think our solution is. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the 18 where the y is. I put the 2 in again. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 12. And you'll notice both sides are 18. That checks off. Anytime you go through and get a check, you've got yourself a winner. This is why I think this stuff will rock and roll with most of you in here. A quick review of the steps here. When solving using substitution, set them up, solve for x, find the value of y, and remember, make sure you check your solution. Hey, this is Mr. Boyle. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm out of here.